What the hell is going on? Okay, probably today we'll have no video. Okay, anyways, I would like to talk for a while, probably. So, currently I have my exams after the third semester, and I have a lack of motivation. I'm thinking of, like, looking back, I realized that I used to have more motivation about programming, and I wanted to become a programmist in order to be rich and be free for some extent. And now I just think that everything in life is so hard. I started investing, I started buying stocks, and I realized that it's difficult and no one actually knows how to do it properly. There are some strategies such as mm, like buying different things in and it will help you not to lose everything. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting idea, and I try to follow this tactic, but the really huge problem for me is that I tend to buy a lot of those stocks and I cannot stop, and I feel the addiction of it. Mm, so I've been buying stocks for less than a week now, but I spend a lot of money, like at about $500. Not only stocks did I buy, but also like currency and other things, and like gold. And I understand that in order to get something, you have to wait a lot. And actually, the problem is that you need more money to invest. So you have to have more income so that you can get more like percentage. Yeah, that's truth. That's reality. So also, I right now I'm a lot better in my university than previous semester. But I have 3 more subjects to like pass my exams, and I understand that in 10 days all of that will finish, and if I work hard these 10 days I will have great results. I mean that I can pass all these exams if I work hard these 10 days. But if I don't, I will have to pass these exams later when I have the new like semester and new problems. Like, I mean that next semester I will have my new subjects, new problems, and if I don't pass these exams this semester, I will have to like pay attention to my old tasks like later. and that is not good. Also, I feel lack of motivation because I was really intensive in my activities. I was running a lot. Like um, last week, I was running 4 times a week, and also I think that I do quite a lot of activities, but I feel that I'm not really good at like no one of them. Mm, I wish I knew like the best activity, and like for example, if you love programming, if it is your passion and you do it every day like for several hours, you will get like the results. Or if you really love karate and you like train every day for a while, or at least like watch videos of like masters who can do, for example, kata really good. Or for example, if you love learning other languages, you can learn English really good and read like really difficult books, like scientific ones. Or you can do whatever, like playing violin or piano or something like that. You become a like professional in that area, and you respect yourself and others respect you, and you are really good at one particular area, and then you can continue to other areas. But actually you have to work on something that you are already professional at, and at the same time developing, for example, other area, in order to be like not only one thing but several things. I mean, and also, there is a feeling that you're waiting for something really hard, like really you look forward to it. And maybe you like try to achieve it sometime, but then you just lack your motivation. Probably the problem is I don't want. I don't know what do I want to have to achieve. I have those goals, for example, become a programmer and learn Korean, and pass Korean exam and run a marathon and get better belt like in karate. There will be like, how you call it, when you fight with others, like how you call it, like fight or something. So there will be plenty of things in my future, like my near future, but the problem is I don't have a main goal, and I'm afraid that I won't achieve anything significant. And I don't actually have a plan. I wish I could um, like perform like those who follow Atomic Habits book. And it's really cool when you have such a schedule that you understand what do you have to do each day. For example, you have a plan that you run on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, for example, and every Sunday you have a long run but low pace run. I don't know. And that's great. That's really great. But the problem is that this kind of discipline is always mm, kind of broken because of, like, for example, I have exams now, and so I try to build up my daily routine, like, great again. Like getting up at a particular time, then go brush your teeth and wash your face and put some cream on your face, then feed my rats, then and then have a breakfast, for example, and like if every evening, like go to bed earlier than 11 p.m., brush teeth, like put eye drops in your eyes and those things. But I got several days of problems because my father was late from work and I was waiting for him, and I could not go to bed earlier than 12 a.m., like almost at 1 a.m. And there was a problem next morning because I could not, like, I was in a rush and I could not, like, do all of that morning routine, like feed rats and do all of that. Yeah, and sometimes I'm just too tired or something, or sometimes I feel like a bit sick, and I and I don't go for a run, or I just think, do I have to run every day? I always am not secure about how often should I run. For example, if you like look at your like weather forecast and you see that it is minus minus 20 25 degrees. For example, right now it is -9 and it's probably okay. But if it is -25, is it actually good to run? I don't know. Sometimes there are a lot of problems about that, and also the problem is that we have exams now, and I got really exhausted because of all of that. And also sometimes my mom got problems, and because of that I have to like listen to her, and my plans like are broken, you know. And sometimes I got really good results in studies, and so I tell no, like, I mean, if you study hard you cannot run, you know, and all of that. And sometimes, like, I mean, right now the main problem is that I'm worried for some reason about my maybe physics, because my preparation to physics exam is not really that hard. But there is something that is more like terrifying, is my addiction to spending money on stocks. And my mood actually depends on it, really. I see that I've lost $2. I mean, my currency is not dollar, but I mean, I talk about dollars in order to for you to understand like my losses. And actually, it is normal to have $2 like lost in stocks. It is not really that bad. Actually, I mean, mm, those things like I always think how not to like how not to lose your money or where to put them, what to buy. And I also started um, writing down my income and outcome like every day. Yeah, I try to do that, but I'm really sad because of some things. Actually, I know that in stocks you mustn't buy something every day and sell it every day. You must like get your understanding like of what you want to do and what you are going to do, your strategy, and just follow your strategy like buy new stocks every month, probably not every week. Like you can like watch the graphs how they change. Like you can do that. But you must not be so passionate about it. And also sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I think that it doesn't give you much money probably and it is unnecessary. And maybe if I got my cash, like those money in cash, not in stocks, I could probably get even more money or not less. I don't know. So I got these dilemmas, and sometimes I try to ask myself, like, what is the one thing that I'm doing wrong that I could change in order to live better or be happier? And sometimes I just ask myself, am I studying the right thing? Will this like job make me happy? And is it is it that kind of job that I would like to do my whole life? And the problem is that I'm insecure about it. Like I know that I love like learning languages and playing musical stuff and like probably I would like to be a teacher, like private teacher. I do private teaching now and I really love it and I see my money like from that. And I understand that I can work not so much but have greater income. For example, I think that some office workers get less money per hour than me right now. And I always think about how not to work all the week because, like, your life, why you work? Because you want to live, you want to buy your food, but you have less time to live, and that's a paradox. And that's really strange because, like, sometimes I'm confused but by my free time because I don't know what to do in my free time, and that scares me because the life I live is the things that I do in my free time. Like a lot of people, they say that I work in order to buy great things in my free time, in order to have more free time or something like that. And that's strange because Nowadays, in like Europe and something like that, people don't die with a hunger, so you don't have to work that much to be alive. Probably the problem is but a lot of people want to buy a car, a better fashionable clothes, and to have relationship by born get kids, like spend money on them, have a dog, have those little things that spend your money and have no particular, they're not really valuable. Maybe if you want to leave, just leave. I don't know. And maybe if you love children, you have to have like you can work for a while and get some money in order not to work for a few years. Because if you have a kid and you have to work at the same time, what would it be? Like, why having kids and not seeing them? That's strange. Like, that's not your kid anymore if you don't see them. Like, if you meet them like for 2 hours every day, and the most of time your kids are in kindergarten, in school, with other adults that hate your kid children. Like, why? That's really strange, and that's sad. And actually, I believe that, why everyone thinks that they need a car, they need a relationship, they need family, they need children, they need like country house, they need a great career and great husband or like wife. I believe that you don't need all of those things. Like, some of people don't need relationships at all, probably. Some people don't need a lot of money. They need just not so much money, but more free time and reading and like hanging out with yourself. And actually, why people continue working even if they have a lot of money? And there is one more thing that scares me, that some people mm, have like their career develops, so they have more money, but they spend more money, and like nothing changes. They don't have more money, they just spend more money on more expensive things, even though they could just buy cheap things and get more money, and then just put their money like in their banks, and then just stop working. I don't know. Why do we have to work all life? Like, I love working, but also I would like to have free time to think of my intentions in life, think of my hobbies, you know. And just, if you have to work so much, like for example, if you're teacher, you have to teach your children every day, you get tired of that, and you become worse teacher. You become angrier and something like that. And if you are a private teacher who works like few times in a week, like that doesn't make you so exhausted and embarrassed and angry on the kids. Like when you don't have a choice, like if you studied like if you studied teaching and you never thought, do you actually like teaching? You don't have a choice. Whereas for me, now I have a choice. Do I really like programming and physics and engineering? If I don't think about it, I just finish my university, then I go get a job, and I go get my children, and then I don't have a choice because I have to feed my children, buy them clothes. I don't have time for studies, for self development, for getting another occupation. So sometimes those insecurities are really helpful for your better future. Yeah. Also, there is one thing that we are going to move to another flat and we are looking for it. My dad's visiting like several like different flats, apartments. Yeah, and I'm waiting for it like because I will have finally I will have my own room and I will be able to like buy some furniture there maybe, but it will be a like great job because we will have to, you know, like probably, there probably would be necessary to change floor and wall colors and all of that stuff. And for example, windows might be old, made from glass or something. We will have to change all of this, and this is going to be a hard job, I think. Like a lot of things to do. It might be exhausting, and also I might not have enough money to like buy all the furniture I want, and then I will just be like my motivation will be gone, and that kind of project will never be finished. I mean, project of a room that I will really love, like every single piece of furniture in there. And I'm scared of that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm always scared that I won't live the life I wanted. Just die unhappy and unsatisfied. And I just, like, time passes by, and, you know, okay, everyone will tell you that it is never late to study, but the problem is that you are supposed to study like in university at the particular time, your young ages, and then you will not have time for that. That mm, you better study at one age, then you probably have your career and your relationship. For example, if you want to start a relationship in your 60s, you won't be able probably to make children. And time is not infinite. You have to do things like you don't have a lot of time. There is a problem. And if I quit my university now, I will lose a year and a half. The problem is that I cannot, like, for example, go to university where they teach people to be translators or like language learners. I cannot go there and be the second course student. I will have to be the first course student because now my major is not language learning at all. Like, for example, if I wanted to go to maths university instead of engineering university, I could probably go to the second course or third course or whatever. But it is not the case for historic things. Like the field of study is different really much. And also sometimes I think that my English is good and now it's time to go and get other languages. But sometimes I think that I should learn English better, like learn and read scientific books, learn advanced books, like read more like original books. And instead of that, I go and pick up some language and start from the elementary level, and then I go and get another language because I'm scared that I will put too much effort in one thing, for example, Korean, but I will not move to Korea, and so why spending so much time on Korean? I mean that I decided to quit Chinese and Japanese and like devote all my time to Korean. But now I started all of a sudden learning German. What the hell? Like I already like registered to Korean exam this spring. It is in less than 3 months. And I don't prepare for that. Like I just stopped. I started and then my motivation and my discipline vanished. What the hell? So the reason is that no, there is no reason. Like my exam started and I just lost all my like routine. Like like I have a solution. I need a plan and I need a structure, a week by week plan. When you have a goal, you need to write down your like deadline, and then you can write down like milestones for that goal and the areas, the aspects you want to achieve. Like no, I mean like reading, for example, writing, listening. So that I have to, for example, learn, I don't know, 500 words, watch videos, and do all of those things like 3 times a week, maybe one day of reading, one day of watching videos, one day of learning new vocabulary and writing, like that. I mean, so that would be really cool. But self-discipline is something that I am really weak. But also, so I have too much things to do. Like also in spring, we have exams to programming programming school something like that. And also we have exams on karate soon, and also there is a marathon that I registered, like it is in June. And also I would like to pick up a violin again, like, and I want to apply to musical school. And also I would like to go to get a job. And I'm just worried. I'm just worried. And those problems about like eating too much sweet things, eating like buying too much stocks. Those things happen because of worries in my head. I think that I don't have enough time for everything, but I just don't do anything because of the worries about my time. Maybe I I think that I after exam today I had an exam on differential equations, and I think that the day after exam you cannot do anything, but you have free time and you cannot study because you're tired, and you deserve that rest probably, but you cannot be fully relaxed because you know that you have to do more. You have more exams soon. Mm, so there are these worries in my head now, but actually I'm much more calm about that than in my earlier days. Sometimes I just want to lay down and listen to audiobooks and just learn English and Korean, and those things make me satisfied with the spending of my time. I just respect myself, and also I respect myself when I do physical activities because I develop my body and I feel healthy. Today, in an hour, I have my karate training, and I believe that after that training, I will feel much better mentally because every time after physical activity, I feel better actually. Yeah, actually, I think that money is the thing that makes me worried every time. Every time. When I have money, I'm worried not to lose it. When I don't have money, I'm also really worried about it. I'm worried to ask my father for some money. I'm worried to ask my clients, like I am private teacher, I've already said. So I'm always worried about it. But the problem is that if my students paid me, for example, today, I think I would spend all my money on stocks, and this is not the right idea. I wish I have more self-discipline. Okay, goodbye. I probably will have a rest before my training. Or actually, I have to print my application for Korean exam. Okay, so that's my stream, a little bit sad stream. Bye, everyone.